What we're going to look in today is master paths on Canvas. So what master paths are is they are releasing content to students conditionally. So what you have is you have a source assessment. It can be a quiz or an assignment, anything that's graded for marks, or graded for not marks, anything that's just graded. And based on what a student achieves on this assessment, they are released conditional content. So for example, you set the thresholds however you like, and if a student falls within the range of 0 to 50%, they're only going to be given this content. And this content can be anything. It can be an assignment, a quiz, a discussion, a file upload, just text or a page. And we're going to look into this a little bit more and how to make this happen on Canvas. So this is the course that we're going to look at, and here is where the Mastery Path example is going to go. Before you can start and do anything with Mastery Paths, you need to enable it in your course. So to do that, you navigate to Settings, to Feature Options, and then Mastery Paths right here. And we need to change it here from this X to a green check, and then this automatically updates. So now we're going to navigate back to this module where I have the Mastery Path example here. So for a Mastery Path to work, what you need is source assessment. That's what we're going to build. So I'm going to add a new item. I'm going to add a quiz, and again, it can be a quiz or it can be an assignment. New quiz, source assessment. Add item. Perfect. So the other thing for it to work is we need now conditional content. So you can have up to 3 conditional content items. You can have as little as 1. It is up to you. So we're going to add, and again, this can be anything. This can be an assignment, a quiz, a file, a page, a discussion. All of these can be what is conditionally released. For this example, we're just going to keep them all with quizzes. So new quiz, conditional content 1. Let's spell that right. Conditional. And we're going to add 3 of them. So quiz, conditional content 2. And one last one, conditional content 3. All right. So the next thing that you have to do is say that this conditional content isn't available to everyone. You have to restrict it to the Mastery Path. So to do that, we're going to click the conditional content items and edit them. And at the very bottom, where it says assign to, by default, it's set to everyone, and you're going to have to delete that and set it to the Mastery Paths. And then you're going to save that. And now you get a warning that says it's not going to be assigned to everyone. You know, that's exactly what you want. So we're going to continue. And we're going to navigate back to modules, and now we're going to have to do that for each one. So conditional content item 2, edit. Not for everyone, for Mastery Paths, save, continue, navigate to modules, conditional content 3, edit, scroll to the bottom, assign to, remove everyone, add Mastery Paths, save. It's not going to be assigned to everyone. That's what we want. Alright, now we can go back to the modules. Alright, so now what we've done is we've set up our source assignment, and we've set up these 3 conditional contents to not release to everyone, to be contingent on the Mastery Path. So now what we have to do is we have to tell the source assessment how to release these conditional contents. So we're going to go into the source assessment, and we are going to edit it. And this time, we're going to select this tab on the top, which is Mastery Paths. And you can see this tab now because we've enabled Mastery Paths on the course level. Now here we have those 3 sections. for 100 points, 0 points, and then this is your threshold. So you can change the 70-point value to be 50 if you want. So that means that this section is going to be 50 to 100. It's going to release what we choose it to. Here is 40 to 50, and this is 0 to 40. And now we can add the assignments that or the content we want to conditionally release. So it's the plus, conditional content 1, add item. Here, conditional content 2, add item. Here, conditional content 3. And you can leave this blank, actually, if you want. That's all right. It's totally up to you. You can leave all of them blank except for one. But in this case, we're going to fill them all. Conditional content 3. Now, every time you edit the quiz, these points are going to by default change. So if you edit the quiz and add or remove marks to the total points value, you're going to have to go back to the mastery pass and double check that everything is the way that you intended it to be. So now we've assigned, it's back to our little image here, we have the source assessment, we've defined the thresholds and which conditional content will be released. That is done here. The thresholds, the conditional content to be released. Threshold, content to be released, threshold, content to be released. And then we save it. And that's that. You've set up Mastery Pass. If we go back to the modules, we actually have a different view here now. On the side here, it says that this core source assessment has Mastery Pass attached to it. And this conditional content is released with this threshold right there. And if you want to go back and click, this link is now this is now linked, so you can click it, and it'll bring you automatically back to the source assessments mastery paths, where you can edit these. So that is mastery paths in Canvas. Please reach out to the Learning Center if you have any further questions or want some support.